Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Levitated. Hey, Silver. All right, so it's been a very, very long time since I've even opened Minecraft. So I think we're just gonna try and figure out where we were, and yeah. You can see a little thing on the lower left of your screen. I am dealing with a pretty big mess of depression right now, so my energy is going to be low, and I apologize for that, but I really wanted to play and wanted to see about, just what I get done. So a lot of people are feeling the way I'm feeling right now, and yeah, I have to just try and accept that my mood isn't going to be fantastic for a while. So I have done a few things. As you can see here, I moved our endoflame setup into the tree. I made some more endoflames. Since we opened the portal, I was able to make an elven mana spreader with dreamwood and elementium, so that can handle all of these endoflames. And if we go around the back, let's see if I can get in here. So our coke ovens are built into the tree. I have 2 of them now, and you can see them here. They're being auto filled up. I'm trying to figure out how to get in there without destroying the setup that I have. So I have 6 hopping bonsais. Yeah, but it's not just winter and darkness, it's the pandemic stuff that is just raging out of control. And I don't know where you're from, Silver. The US is just not doing anything about it. The current administration has decided to just wait for a vaccine, and he's been a douchebag about enforcing mask wear, or, concerns where if the percentage of cases go up, he's like, whatever. And so no one really cares if they've got to wear a mask or not, and no one really cares if they don't feel good. They still go out. It's just, they're still having big parties, and it's freaking the hell out of me. We've been in this for a long time, and my husband and I, we've been very, very cautious about going anywhere. We're pretty much doing the best lockdown we can, just the 2 of us. So then you get depressed because I haven't been able to go anywhere or do anything. And then the whole election that just happened was very, very, very taxing on me. So I'm just feeling everything. We don't have any rules, really. He's leaving it up to the states to decide. And unfortunately, I live in a state that is Republican, which sides with the douchebag most of the time. And so, yeah, it's just like, oh, well, you should maybe wear a mask, but we're not going to enforce it. And I'm just like, fuck. Yeah, so that's me. I'm dealing with it. It's just bad. It's just real bad. Don't want to get out of bed, crying for no reason. I've already cried once today, for no reason at all that I can think of. Anyway, I'd like to get back to doing something that I used to enjoy. Now and see how we do. So we have 6 hopping bonsais with the wormwood saplings. This drawer is collecting the items that are not logs. This is full. And then it goes into a hopper over the open crate, which is set to drop whenever one is picked up. It's the same endoflame setup that we've had before. So, yeah. And so so there's the drawer collecting items. I think I need to, yeah, the apples is full. So I need to either increase this or pull the apples out into something else, which we do need to make a Gormarillus. And in fact, I think that's, yeah. And might as well feed it apples. Apples is one of the things we can feed it. So yeah, there's that. I think it looks really cool. Here's the, I just kind of dug out the underside here. I can't move these blocks because one of these has the pressure plate, so I don't want to touch it. But I was trying to decide if I wanted to do stuff like in the trunk there other than that. And it's possible that I could put more in this tree, more Botania interesting stuff in this tree. So there, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, there's probably a void upgrade. But currently I kind of need the apples. Let's see. Oh, it needs so much obsidian. Obsidian requires one of two things. Going to the end island, the main end island, where the dragon is still alive, and trying to collect obsidian while she flies around. Or finding the ships that have a bit of obsidian in the bottom of them. Well, I would like to just start by upgrading the storage drawer with you know, higher tier one of these. But again, we'll get to it. Right now, yeah, we'll get to it. I'm trying to figure out why I have this food. Oh, it's not eaten yet. I was trying to work on my hearts. Okay, I'm like, why do I have this food in my inventory? Okay, now I know. Now I know. All right, so the other thing that I did was I did a little bit of building over here. I want to show you that. We worked on getting a second floor over here. It's going to be where our storage ends up and our workshop to get started. Don't know what the second floor, where as far as windows or detail or anything, is going to look like, but I got the sloped roof on this first part. We're going with kind of a futuristic Japanese theme, ancient Japanese futuristic style, kind of, sort of, being inspired by that. And then on the inside, I have the floor laid, and we have stairs that go up to the second level, and that's it. That's what I've got so far. So this layer is probably going to be, our storage will be on one of these walls. I do have it, so there's a walkway around to the other side here in case we decide we want to block off one and make it a room. I haven't decided. Don't know. So I did do a little bit of building. That is really it. So we're really starting out at just wherever the beginning is. As far as progression in the quest, I haven't done any. And I'm not sure how far we'll get today with that, just because of my mood. Weird as it sounds, I think I just want to work on a bit more Botania. I want to move this portal, and I think this building is going to become our Botania. I don't really want to use workshop for everything, but this is going to be where we do the bulk of our Botania stuff over here. So this building I want to convert from just a regular storage room workshop stuff. I want to move those things and make it all about Botania, which also means changing the block palette. So the first thing I want to do is move this portal, and I want to put it right here. So we're going to take out this bit of glass and rod setup and put the portal here instead. This one can stay. So that's what I want to do first. And then we will work on just moving everything into our other workshop and making this more of a Botania sort of place. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to poke around with today. I do not know how talkative I'm going to be, but I'm watching chat, so if you guys say stuff, I, be able to respond. But as I mentioned, depression hits people in all different ways, and for me, I tend to get quiet. So my apologies there if I get too quiet. But the point is, you're watching me play Minecraft, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Anyway, let's clear out the stuff that doesn't need to be here. That. And this will be where the gateway core will go. Those three. So these three here will be the other bits. And then here will be the top. Yes, am I happy with that? I think so. All right. And we'll have to relocate those as well. Let's do it. Oh, it says axe. All right. All right, so there's that there. Now, where am I going to want to put the crystals? Do I want to put them on the inside? I could put them in the corners here and here. Sure. So we need to move you. I'm gonna move all of it eventually, but all right. So what do I have? I have my wand on me. Step one, break you off. Take. Oh, of course. And then see if I can't pick you up. Oh, I might not be able to pick it all up. Yes, I did. Fantastic. All right, so we'll move you. To there. The spark on you and the pylon. Then give it some time to fill back up a little. Hello, Leon. All right, so let's get this one. Get you relocated in here. That's probably almost all of that. Let's get you. What you? Let's go up there. Okay. You, sir, had an ore. Where did you go? Thank you. All right. Okay, so now we should be able to activate you again. Great. And until we have plans for what we're gonna do for changing the block palette, let's just do that. Sure. All right, so that's relocated. This I haven't decided yet. It's gonna need access to a lot of mana, and currently we only have endo flames and 1 mana pool for our mana battery. I could move this setup for the alchemy catalyst. I could move that in here, just in the floor. Let's relocate this. Was that all of it? Sure. Put that over here in our new workshop area. Okay. Okay. Great. So we need this. Put the pool on top and this in there. This in there. Yep. Okay. I mean, we will have to deal with that. Not worried about it at the moment. Put a little bit of mana in there. We'll equip the rest of that. We're hungry, so let's eat one of these things we haven't eaten yet. Alright. We're gaining. Very good. So we have eaten everything now. I don't know if it has gained us any extra hearts. We already had 2 extra hearts, I think. Do we have bread yet, have we? Yay! I've gained 2 hearts with that. Sweet. We're gonna need it. That's really what I'm thinking. We're gonna need it. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump my microphone. Next thing I think would be nice is to bring the petal apothecary inside, and we can use the under the stairs for storage drawers for the flowers and petals. Maybe just the petals. Yeah, just to store them under here. And other things that we might need for the petal apothecary. I know I just have it plunked down out here. We're just gonna move it because why not? Got some water, and we're gonna pick you up. Put that there. Don't really need the water, but yeah. Put you there for now. We're gonna change this to store it to drawers. Let's put you outside for now. And I had where did I do those? I had these on the front. I think it was like that, which once we make the framed drawers, we'll know. Alright, so that's been relocated. So let's move this. Oh, it needs an axe. And we'll relocate these things. Our next steps in progression, I think, are deep mob learning things. Gonna have an issue with this, I think. I wonder if that'll work. Can't even get up there without a step. Okay, can we? Yes, okay. That works for now. And then all of these we'll put on this side. All right. So up here we have our first Ender IO machines, all the simple machines, and I've been running stuff through it to get bits and pieces. Oh. Yeah. Tuck those out of the way there. These guys need to be... Oh, bummer. They need to be moved, but they're... That one I can move. They're pretty full at the moment. And then we need to turn... Framed drawers are sticks. Okay. So we need the 2x2, so we need that. And then some sticks, which we can go get eventually. 2x2s. Great. So for our petal apothecary setup, I could just do it here. Like that. Okay, so we're gonna make these look nice. I need to upgrade these my tools, man. So many things I need to do. Yep. Okay. And it's possible when we convert this house over to living or to Botania materials that'll change these drawers, but for now that's what they'll be. So let's do okay. And then these are seeds. We're going to put those here to get started. These are... they have no use other than petal apothecary. So that'll work for that. We can put that... actually... there we go. Alright, so for now that'll work. We're getting there. I may end up picking that up, I think. We don't need it, and the reason we don't need it is because we have this guy. So as long as we have mana, we have water that we can use in our apothecary. This dude needs to get picked up too. And we're just going to put him out here for now until I know what I'm going to do with it. Alright. This is for the runic altar. Ultimately, we're going to need to get mana into this building. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult once we can make we would need a recessive augment. We can make these. Great. So you put I would put a recessive augment on that spark, and it can go 16 blocks. We need to figure out 16 blocks away to try to get it over closer to this building. Okay. And it would send any mana in that pool over to the one that spark doesn't have anything in it, so it would also try to fill up, if it can reach, the ones that are here. And yeah, that way we could get some mana in the building. How is this doing? Done pretty well at recovering after taking out what I had. Again, these are not super efficient, they're not fast. We need a better process, but this is definitely doing it while we're not consuming mana at the moment. So yeah, okay, so the runic altar. The runic altar, what else I have up here? What would we fit into this space that is Botania related? We could probably put the terrasteel thing here. Are those, they're blocked. We could put our mana bank up here. That would make sense. If we did that, so the seat that we'd have a spot here where the terrestrial agglomeration plate is here. That would mean probably a good idea to put the runic altar in the middle here, which it's not quite middle, since this is not evenly spaced. We'd figure it out. Yeah, we could do that. I'd have to move this, of course, but that's not a big deal. And then we can use this underspace for these drawers that are runic altar materials here. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do that. Let's figure out how to get the mana over here first before we start moving everything around, because we need an earth rune. So one of you, and oh, where am I going? I actually need this. All right. Sending it over to there. Very nice. It can't reach the further one, so that's at least something to keep in mind. Doesn't look like it's reaching the further one. All right. Okay. So I need another mana pool. These are not craftable, I don't think. I think we have to go look for some. No, they are craftable. Unless this recipe does not work. I need more of this. Okay. Automating this would be lovely. I mean, I'm sure we can right now get it done. Apparently there's a lot you can do with integrated dynamics. I just don't understand it. So it's really scary. I'll say scary. It's really scary. So, can we make mana pools? I did. Yes, great. So what I want to see if I can do is put one up where we wanted to do the battery. I'm going to need to make a spark because I don't think I have more sparks. If we do the battery up here, you're full blocks. Do you break out to the inside? No, you've got this detail. And you break out? No. Right. You there. Alright, so my hope is that I can reach that. I'm not sure I can. I didn't, because I didn't count, but we're gonna see. We're gonna make a spark. Make sure that what the recipe is. Oh, it needs firewood. Oh, goodness. And I have to remember how to make firewood. Right-clicking orbital plank with a chunk of N-infused iron. Oh, that's right. So that's, well, that's helpful since I just received one from... Oh, I bet it's over there now. I have to kill the Endermen that are holding ore blocks, if that's the case. We need to do that. Did I was pretty sure I had one. Where would it have ended up? The regular endstone in there, that doesn't belong in there. These are all just the ores. I know I saw it. Where did I see it, guys? There, it's right in front of me. Right in front of me. Alright, so I need to put this in here. Yeah. And then, was it planks or logs? Planks. Yep, so I need to do that a few times because I need another one. So, we get to look at Enderman. Alright. Any of you holding iron fuse? Anyone holding? Come on, be holding something. I remember how much unfun this was the last time I went looking for Endermen that were holding ores. Any of you? There's one. Yay. Any more? I know I'm going to need more sparks. Anyone else in the vicinity? Doesn't look like it. Oh, he is. Okay. Woo! Yay! Alright. Let's head back. If we find one more on the way, we'll try and get him too. But two's a good start here for our plans. Don't see anyone. Okay. That is definitely not the same distance we're gonna have. We're gonna have to probably move this a little. Dang it. We're gonna need to make another soul scribe. How do we do this again? We have to make some... tinker's pieces! Anyway. Tinker's pieces. Great. That. Gold nuggets. While we're over here, do I have endstone on me? We should make the things to make another soul scribe. Nuggets. I need knife, blade, and binding. Knife, blade, and a binding. And then what else? The extraterrestrial matter and a mana pearl. The living wood we have over at the Botania area, but there. Okay. The living wood would be over here. Great. Okay, good. Now, back to what we were doing. Woo! Which is trying to get this so that we can get the mana up there. We need to make the spark. Alright, let's go put it on the 1 mana pool up there. Great. Now, it can reach, looks like this line here is the one there. Oh, and it's true, there's mana in here. Yay! Okay, that's what we wanted. We want the mana battery up here to be no augments on the sparks. So that currently the endoflames will fill it up. Okay, and then we need to put dominant sparks on these 2 here to get started. Once this one can't be reached from that, but it can be reached and access the spark in there. It can reach from that one. I'll show you again. So this spark, this line here is very likely that, yeah, that one there. So if we can put a dominant spark on those by the portal, they will be full all of the time, and that's the point of that. So the dominance of fire, I think. Yeah. So we need to do the fire rune, which is this recipe, which means we need more firewood. And I think we have a couple dragon's breath. I don't want to have to go back and get more right now. Got 7. Okay, we only have 1 rune of fire. We need 2. We need 2. Ultimately, I am going to want to move this so that it can reach more mana pools in there. I only have the 1 at the moment, but this is going to need to get moved. I'm going to need to move that. Needs to be closer. I can move that to here. Hopefully we can move this direction. Anyway, what else do we need for the fire rune? We need dragon's breath, gunpowder, firewood, and all we have here is dragon's breath. Gunpowder is the whole spark thing, isn't it? Flint. Yeah. We need to get flint, and so we'll do a bit of that. The firewood means we need to do, I have 1. So there, that's helpful. Yeah. We need to make flint. Flint is, of course, gravel, which we can get through cobble, I believe. Yep. So let's grab some of that cobble. Might need to make some more. All right. Should do some more pure daisies until I can automate these. All right, we'll take what cobble we have. Whoa. We definitely need to get better power here. So, better power for the Enryo setup eventually. Pardon the yawn. I'm gonna have a sip of something to drink here. If I actually, I'm trying to think about reserving a bit of spark waste. If I can get, because that's where our mana battery is. If I can put like, if I put 2 mana pools up there, and both of those have, oh, I don't want that though. Well, I guess, yeah, if I put it here, I have recessive sparks somewhere in this area on that one. We can still have the mana spreader sending to it. And we could put more mana options in there. It's a setup. It's a figuring out the setup. But since these are flat on top, we could put stuff up there. Hey, Bacon. Yep, we totally could. All right. Great. So we can do that. Obviously, we're gonna need to kill more Endermen that have ores on with them, but in the meantime, oh, I need to grab. Woohoo. You. Go, go, go. Okay. Like, where did it go? Alright, so we've got the nuggets and we can do petals-ish. We need to do more of that firewood in place of sparks, which means more Enderman hunting. Let's wander around again a little bit, see if we can't find any that have ore. Go from there. Whoa! Don't want to fall in there. Well, none of you guys are useful to me. If I had a way of killing you off automatically right now, I would do it. But I don't think you take damage from walking on ender lilies. I don't think they do. I suppose it'd be worth testing. I see one with a... There we go. There's one. We need 2. No, we need 4. Ugh. Alright. Do you guys take damage? I want to know. So we're gonna look at you. I can't tell. Alright, well, we would need a bigger field, I think. So we're going to work on that. My thought is if I can do the Vinculotus, it's going to require quite a bit of work to get these two. But the Vinculotus pulls Endermen toward it whenever they teleport. And if the Ender Lilies, when they're fully grown, cause them damage, I might be able to kill them without using more mana to have a Bellthorn. So that's a thought. If someone's already done this experiment and you're watching, let me know. Will Ender Lilies cause Enderman damage? Oh, we just need one more. Seriously hate how that sound persists after their death. Coal, we need you. I've not been able to make a dank null yet because we need so much coal. Alright, so back up we go, hunting for Enderman with ore. There's one. Oh, there's 2. Ah, dang it. Where did the other guy go? I know I hit more than one.